Welcome to Cheater Confessions. Let's get started with today's story. It was a regular Sunday. Hot, dry, busy. I just finished coaching a local youth soccer game and was on my way to pick up the kids, Noah, Emily, Justin, and Jude, from their weekend science camp. Monica had signed them up 2 weeks ago, said it was good for their brains. I didn't argue. She handled all the scheduling stuff. I just followed instructions. I pulled into the community center lot right on time. I reached for my phone to text Monica. Got them. Be home in 20 minutes. But before I could type, her name popped up. One text. No emoji. No follow-up. We're in Hawaii. Take care of the kids. I blinked, literally stared at it, waiting for another message. A laughing face, maybe a second text saying she was losing her mind and meant something else. But that was it. The door to the center opened and the kids came out, all 4 of them sweaty and bouncing. "Where's Mom?" Justin asked, climbing into the front seat before I could say a word. I paused, holding the phone face down. She had to take care of something. I got you today. Noah and Jude frowned. Emily looked confused but didn't press. I drove home in silence, only answering when someone asked for snacks or if we could stop for milk. Back home, I tried calling. Once, twice, straight to voicemail. I texted, "What does that mean? Who's we? Are you serious?" No reply. I called her sister, Claire. "Have you heard from Monica today?" "Not since Wednesday. Why?" "No reason," I said. "Just trying to reach her." That night, I waited until the kids were asleep. Then I called again. Voicemail. I checked her location. Find My iPhone was disabled. By midnight, I was standing in the kitchen, staring at that one message like it might start making sense. She left. No fight, no warning. Just a text from paradise, and 4 kids asking when she'd be home. The next morning I tried again. 3 missed calls, 5 unread messages, no reply. Monica was gone. The kids were watching cartoons in the living room. I stood at the kitchen counter with my coffee, staring out the window like she might pull into the driveway any second. I don't know what I expected. Maybe it was a prank. Maybe she'd call and say it was a misunderstanding. But she didn't. I called at her work. "Hi, this is Jeremy Clark. My wife Monica works in project logistics. I just, wanted to confirm she's in today." A pause. "She actually resigned last week," the receptionist said. It was sudden, effective immediately. I didn't say anything for a few seconds. Then I thanked her and hung up. She'd planned this. The text, the trip, the clean break. Later that day, when the kids were napping, I opened our shared email account. Monica wasn't tech-savvy. She always used autofill passwords. I typed in her usual combo. I found what I was looking for in her trash folder. Flight confirmation. 2 tickets. LAX to Kahului, Maui. Departure. 2 days ago. Names Monica Clark, Thomas Carter. Thomas. That name hit me like a hammer to the chest. He was her old coworker. Used to be in the marketing division at her old job. They worked late together once during a conference 4 years ago, and I asked her if anything was going on. She laughed. "He's married, Jeremy. Calm down." Guess that didn't mean much anymore. I clicked through the emails. Resort booking, sunset dinner reservation, all of it under her name. I checked Facebook. Her profile was still up. No updates, no posts since last month. I tried Thomas Carter's profile, set to private. But his bio? Living light, loving hard. I closed the laptop. She left me with kids, a mortgage, and flew to Maui with someone I once shook hands with. I wanted to rage, but I didn't. I didn't sleep that night. Not really. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her on a beach, laughing, drinking something cold, hair blowing in the wind. Not a single thought about the kids. Or me. The next morning I packed their lunches, tied their shoes, and dropped them off at school like it was any other Tuesday. Then I drove straight to a quiet coffee shop and pulled out my laptop. If Monica was bold enough to vanish, I needed to be smarter than her. I started by digging through our cloud backup. I'd set it up years ago when she got her iPhone. Photos, notes, messages, it all synced automatically. There they were, screenshots, chats. Some went back 6 months, harmless at first, inside jokes, flirty comments. Then it shifted. "Wish I was waking up next to you instead. Can't stop thinking about Maui, just you and me, no stress." A few weeks before she left, There was one message that told me everything I needed to know. He'll be fine. Jeremy's too predictable to chase me. He'll focus on the kids. He always does. I sat there for a long time, just staring. I wasn't shocked anymore. I was focused. I called a number I never thought I'd need, Carla Everett, a friend of mine from college who'd become a family attorney. We met that afternoon in her office. I told her everything, showed her the text, the booking, the chats. She left the state without informing you, took up with another man, and left you with full parental responsibility, Carla said, flipping through the printouts. This isn't abandonment. It's a legal gift. I nodded. We'll file for temporary sole custody, she said. And financial protection, too. If she tries to come back, she'll be walking into a courtroom, not her old life. By the time I left her office, the paperwork was already in motion. I went home, reheated dinner, and helped Emily finish her homework. Monica wanted me to crumble. I'd rather build a new life from the ashes. It was a Thursday morning when she finally came back, weeks after she left. I had just dropped the kids off at school and was heading out the door for work when I heard a car pull up. She got out wearing a hoodie and leggings, hair tied up, face pale. She looked nothing like the woman who boarded that flight to Maui. "Jeremy," she said, voice tight. I didn't move. "Monica." She stepped closer. "Where are the kids?" "At school, where they've been for the past 2.5 weeks. Her lips parted like she wanted to speak, but nothing came out. She tried to walk past me. I blocked the door. "You don't live here anymore," I said flatly. "What?" She blinked. "Jeremy, stop. I needed space. It was just supposed to be a few days." "Yeah? Then why'd you disable your location, resign from your job, and fly across the Pacific with Thomas Carter?" She froze. "You know what you texted me? We're in Hawaii. Take care of the kids." "That's not a break, Monica. That's abandonment." She lowered her eyes. "I thought you'd understand. You always say I do too much. I just needed time to think." "No," I said. "You needed time to cheat, and you thought I'd babysit kids while you played house with someone else." Her jaw tensed. "There are kids." I reached into my bag and handed her an envelope. She opened it and scanned the first few pages. Her face went white. "Custody papers, financial disclosures, emergency parenting plan, already filed," I said. "You're not taking them, Monica." "This is insane," she snapped. "You're punishing me for being overwhelmed." I shrugged. "No, I'm protecting my kids from someone who disappears when life gets inconvenient." She was silent for a long time. "Thomas changed his mind," she whispered. "He said it wasn't sustainable." I raised an eyebrow. "So now you're back because you have nowhere else to go?" "No," she said, but her eyes gave it away. "I'm not your backup plan," I said quietly. Then I stepped inside and closed the door behind me. 2 days later, she showed up at the school. I got a call from the principal at noon. "Mr. Clark, Monica Clark is at the front office asking to see the children. Given the court filings, we thought it best to contact you." "Thank you," I said. "Please don't release them to anyone but me." When I arrived, Monica was standing near the front entrance, arms crossed, sunglasses on indoors like that would hide the panic on her face. "You really told them not to let me see my own kids?" she snapped as I walked in. "No, the courts did," I said calmly, handing the receptionist a printed copy of the temporary custody order. She followed me outside. "This is unbelievable," she hissed. "You're acting like I'm some criminal. I'm their mother." "And you vanished," I said. "You don't get to walk back in and pretend you didn't." She stepped in front of me. "You're turning them against me." "I haven't said one bad word about you to them," I said. "Not one. But kids aren't stupid, Monica. They know who tucks them in, who shows up, who stays." She looked like she wanted to scream, but held it in. That night, I got a call from her sister Claire. "Jeremy, what the hell is going on?" she asked. "Ask your sister. She's a mess. She said you've blocked her from the kids and filed for full custody?" "She disappeared for weeks with another man, Claire." Claire went silent. "You know what Monica said before she left?" I added. "That I'm too predictable to chase her." Claire let out a quiet breath. "I'm not defending her. This is a lot." "Yeah," I said. "It is." The next morning, Carla, my lawyer, called. "She's trying to file for joint custody," she said. "Might get messy, but we've got receipts. Stay quiet. Let the evidence speak." I hung up and sat in the quiet kitchen. I didn't need revenge. I needed resolution, and I had it. It was a small courtroom with plain walls, but everything about it felt sharp. Monica walked in wearing a black dress like it was a funeral, hair done, makeup just enough to look tired but trying. She glanced at me once and looked away. Her lawyer spoke first. He tried to spin it. Emotional burnout, temporary absence, no intent to abandon. He called her a loving mother who made a mistake. Then Carla stood. "Your Honor," she said, handing the judge a stack of documents. "This is not about a mistake. It's about a choice. Monica Clark left her children without notice, took a flight to Hawaii with a romantic partner, remained out of contact, and only returned after that relationship ended." The judge, a sharp-eyed woman named Harlow, flipped through the documents in silence. Then she looked up. "Ms. Clark, do you dispute this sequence of events?" Monica stood. Her voice was soft. "I do not." "Did you communicate with your husband or your children during those days?" "No." "Why?" Monica swallowed. "I needed time. I felt trapped." "Did you feel trapped when you booked a luxury resort with Mr. Thomas Carter?" the judge asked. "Or was that part of your healing process?" Silence. "Ms. Clark," the judge said, her voice like cold stone, "this court finds your actions to be reckless, self-serving, and emotionally damaging to your children. Until further notice, custody will remain solely with Mr. Clark." Monica gasped. The gavel hit like a door slamming shut. I didn't flinch. I stood, shook Carla's hand, and walked past Monica without a word. News travels fast in small towns. By the end of the week, people knew. Not because I said anything. I didn't need to. Monica made the mistake of showing up at Jude's baseball game unannounced. Security from the school, already briefed on the custody order, walked her off the field before she could even wave at the kids. Monica disappeared. She deleted her Instagram, her Facebook, even her old Pinterest boards vanished. Then Thomas's wife messaged me, Isabella Carter. I hadn't even known her name before. "You don't know me, but I think we've both been lied to. Monica didn't just ruin your home. She helped ruin mine, too." We met for coffee. She showed me screenshots, DMs, photos from the trips that never made it to social media. Thomas had told her it was a company retreat. She said she was filing for divorce and suing Monica for alienation of affection. Apparently, that's still a thing here. Monica moved in with her father across the county line. She got a part-time job at a local boutique. Word was, Thomas ghosted her once the lawsuit papers hit. Kids stopped asking when Mommy would visit. Jude said he liked it better when it was just us. It was a quiet Friday afternoon when I got her last message. "I miss them. Please, Jeremy, let me see them. I'm better now." I stared at the screen for a long time. Thought about replying. Thought about sending a picture of Jude's birthday cake from last weekend or the drawing Emily made for school. But I didn't. I just locked my phone and set it face down. There was no need to reopen a door that she'd slammed shut herself. My life wasn't perfect. It wasn't easy, but it was mine. Built with quiet hours, early mornings, late-night school projects, and real love. The kind that doesn't vanish on a plane. Monica was right. I didn't chase her. I stayed, I worked, I showed up. The thing about people like Monica is that they think chaos makes them powerful. They mistake attention for love, drama for importance. But strength? Strength is showing up every day. Strength is living a life they'll never be invited back into. And that's exactly what I plan to keep doing, every single day. Thank you for watching.